everyone, it's Rachel and I'm here with another process video. So I was kind of inspired by a challenge about using old and new product together, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have some papers from Dear Lizzie from the Lucky Charm collection, which is from about 2012, and then also some papers from Simple Stories Domestic Bliss, which was what? Last year? This year? What year is this? 2017. So this year. So I'm going to go ahead and use those together. I also have this piece of, it's a memorabilia. So I went to a crop with a bunch of friends, and we originally were going to rent a crop house, and then it actually burned down, which is awful, of course, for the people. But it was also, you know, we had to scramble, and we ended up putting together our own whole crop at a hotel, and blah, 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 so on and so forth. And one of the very lovely ladies made these this was kind of one of the woman who ended up basically running the whole thing, who's the organizer of it. Her son, I believe, created this peep. We refer to ourselves as the peeps, just as like a little thing. And someone decided to make little decorations for our doors, but they didn't want to put our names on them because, hello, you don't want your name on your hotel room door. So she took the first two letters of everyone's names and then added the word peep after it. So it was very cute. And then I also have, oh, and then someone had a giant printer at work, so they printed out a giant peep to take pictures with. So, and then I just got pictures of the hotel sign, and then some of the pictures of the screens they had up with our Scrapbooking Girlfriend weekend, which we thought was hilarious. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have no idea what this is. This is as far as I've planned this particular layout, so I have no idea how it's going to go and what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead, get you put on fast forward. Just remember the volumes can change a little bit, so just to, you know, fair warning that you might have to adjust. All right, folks, let's get going.
Okay, so this one's actually going to go pretty quickly because I'm using such a large piece of memorabilia. You know, obviously I don't have a lot of room for either decoration or basically for my photos either. So I've pretty much decided to use this beige tone-on-tone chevron piece for my background, and that comes from the Lucky Charm collection. And then all I'm going to do with my other pattern papers is kind of put two wide bands down at the bottom, kind of kiltered, off-kiltered, I think that's what I'm actually looking for, and just making it, you know, on the simple side, basically. So I take this piece of multicolored chevrons, and I cut two off of there, and then I also cut a chunk off of the heart paper. I knew I could think of the word at some point. And I think about using the grass that came with it, but no, it's not going to work out real well. It's too, because I've got that big, bold pink bird, I don't want to make it, you know, even bolder down at the bottom. I'm going to mat that one photo of the peep in this, the B-side of that Simple Stories paper from Domestic something or other. And basically that's just because I wanted to give it just a little bit of exclusion from the giant peep memorabilia piece. So I'm going to go ahead and, as I said, put both of those other pattern papers off kilter, and then I'm going to take my little peep and place it off to the side of my layout. I go ahead and get my peep photo put down, and with the other four photos, I'm going to just have them kind of go back and forth, not straight up and down, but kind of tilt back and forth on the right-hand side of the layout. Originally, I had the two computer screens down at the bottom and the two hotel pictures up the top, but then I decided, nope, it'll look better if I put hotel screen, just what went well in my mind. I have this flare, and that was made for us by one of the people who went, and it said peeps are the best, and they are. And after I do that, it's going to be a lot of just little embellishments. I have this sticker pack, and this is just a generic sticker pack, and I consider using it, but nothing was, you know, striking me as perfect, so I didn't feel the need to use it if, you know, I couldn't find the perfect thing. Now, along with the flare, I had also pulled some just random embellishments that I thought might work with this. Some wood veneer, some white acrylic pieces from Color Cast Designs. That's that arrow with the heart in it, and then I also pulled 2 white open hearts. And I also, in that wicker basket, you can kind of see the front of it at the top of my screen there. I just keep like my larger ink pads, and then just some embellishments I want to use and I want to remember to use. So those puffy stickers from Heidi Swapp were in there, and I thought some of those would be perfect to add part of my embellishments. And now I have moved on to my title. Sorry, this is a rather large font that comes from Felicity Jane. It was actually part of their Christmas line, and she had put all of her Christmas stuff on like 50% off, so I think it was like $3. I did end up having to MacGyver a P out of an R, and then the inside was white, so I just took a black marker and took care of that. And I'm spelling out the word Peepapalooza, which, yes, I know is not a real word. It's just what we call some of the get-togethers we have because we're peeps and it's a palooza. So I'm just going to write out the word Peepapalooza, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the numbers 2016 because this was last year. They're having one this year, but I can't go. Sad. So I've also, in the upper right-hand side, between that first and second photo, I've got another small embellishment cluster. I had pulled a third piece of acrylic, another open heart acrylic piece, and I cannot find it. That's what I'm looking for right now. I did find it after I finished and everything. Yeah, I'm like, where'd this one go? I don't know. I did end up finding it, so I did glue it on afterwards. I do not remember if that was before or after I took photos. So it may be there, it may not be there, but it is there now. So I'm still going through that Heidi Swapp puffy sticker, and I added another geotag over by my upper left-hand embellishment cluster, and now I'm trying to figure out what to use for my journaling. I'm trying to pull something that will go with it, but isn't too large that it will take up such a lot of room. And all of a sudden I realized, hello, perfect journaling spot would be right in that pink chevron. Hello, because I don't have a ton of journaling for this. This is one of 3 or 4 layouts I've made about this. I think it was like a long weekend. It was like a Thursday through a Sunday. So that is absolutely perfect. So because I was just writing about how we, where we stayed and how the area was lovely and blah, 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 so on and so forth. All right, so I am almost finished here. Just 2 last things. First, I am going to add some enamel dots. These are from the Simple Stories Posh collection. And so I'm choosing a navy, an aqua, and a pink to go in each of my embellishment clusters. And then I wanted to do some misting, but I didn't want it to be the focus of it, and this is already a pretty busy layout. So after I trim up all the pieces that are hanging off the edge of my page, I'm going to go and grab the Heidi Swapp Color Shine in the color T, which is kind of like a light bronzy brown color, and I'm just going to do a little bit of misting right above where the title is. So nothing really major, just a little added bonus, basically. All right, oh, I do add some down to the bottom as well. All right, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Please flick me a thumbs up if you can, and if you're new here, welcome, and thanks for joining us. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!